Good morning, everyone. I am Maria Alexandra Pareño from BACOM 1A. So now, I'm going to report the gatekeeping theory. The idea was first presented by Kurt Lewin, 1890 to 1947, a German psychologist and pioneer in social psychology. He developed his concept in his quest to understand the human behavior and its important consideration of total life space. Looks this up. It's very interesting concept in social psychology. He focused more on personal perception and how person work to understand their own world, physical, mental, and social. Through frequent conversation and acknowledgement of memories, desire, and goals, he count the world called gatekeeping. In his study, at first, it was widely used in the field of psychology and social psychology, and later moved to the field of communication as mass communication because a specific area of the study, largely due to the advent of mass publication technology. Now it's one of the essential fundamental theories in communication studies. Five principles. Traditional views of gatekeeping can be explained as follows. Number one, every news medium has an abundance of news stories brought to its attention. Number two, only a limited number of these can be presented to the public. Number three, within any news organization, there is a news perspective that defines the criteria by which a particular news story is judged. Number four, these criteria are used by the editors, news directors, etc. to select filter the news story. Number five, those who use these criteria become the gatekeepers who let some story pass through the gates and keep other stories out. They, der- they thereby limit, control, and shape what the public knows about. Key concept and assumption of gatekeeping theory. Gatekeepers. Gatekeepers are individual or group responsible for controlling the flows of information at various stages of the communication process. In traditional media, these gatekeepers include editor, producer, and journalists who decide which stories to cover, how to frame them, and which ones to prioritize for public broadcast. In the digital sphere, gatekeepers can also include social media moderation and content creators who shape the visibility of information online. Gatekeeping criteria. Gatekeepers rely on specific criteria to evaluate and filter content. These criteria may include factors such as newsworthiness, relevance, accuracy, timeliness, audience appeal, and editorial guidelines. Gatekeeping decisions are influenced by organizational policies, professional standards, audience preference, and broader socio-political context. Gatekeeping process. Gatekeeping involves a series of processes through which information passes before reaching the audience. This process include agenda settings, deciding which topics are covered, framing, selecting how issues are presented, and framing, shaping audience perception through repeated exposure. Gatekeepers may also engage in censorship, bias, or manipulation. Gatekeeping outcomes. The decision made by gatekeepers have significant implicated gatekeeping outcomes. The decision made by gatekeepers have significant implication for the content that reaches the audience. Gatekeeping outcomes can vary in terms of diversity, accuracy, bias, and representation. By controlling the information flows, gatekeepers influence public awareness, attitude, and behaviors, shaping the collective understanding of social issues, events, and ideologies. Future direction and gatekeeping theory. Audience agency, exploring the role of audience as active participants in information dissemination process, challenging traditional notion of gatekeeping control. Number 1. Future direction in gatekeeping theory. Number 1. Audience agency. Exploring the role of audience as active participants in the information dissemination process, challenging traditional notion of gatekeeping control. Number 2. Technological impact. Investigating how technological advancements such as artificial intelligence and blockchain technology shape gatekeeping process and media ecosystem. Number 3. Global perspectives. Examining gatekeeping dynamics in diverse cultural contexts. Considering the influence of globalization, digital divides, and media ownership structures. Diagram of gatekeeping theory. The following diagram illustrates the cyclical nature of gatekeeping theory, where information undergoes selection, processing, dissemination, and feedback, consciously shaping the media landscape and public discourse. Gatekeeping theory in research, which examines how individuals or groups control the flow of information, can be approached using both qualitative and quantitative methods, depending on the research question. Thank you.